When we started these conversations, the launching point was the early stages of what turned out to be a circumnavigation of most of Australia by a flotilla from the Chinese People Liberation Army. As we're recording this now, there's another Chinese vessel, not a military one, close to Australia's shores. What do you think they're doing, and is it as important as the last event of this nature?
The presence of the Chinese survey ship is, in my view, quite significant. And were we to be doing something similar in the South China Sea, you could expect that China would respond quite vigorously. Surveying seabeds, for whatever reason, as close as it appears this ship is, really ought to alert people to the sort of messaging that's going on. Why would they be doing it? And there are a number of reasons why they might be doing it. Some of those include critical infrastructure like seabed cables on which global internet connectivity relies. About more than 95% of internet traffic globally is carried on seabed cables, not via satellites. So they really are quite critical infrastructure to every minute of every day of life in the connected world. I said, and I reiterate, that we should expect to see the Chinese Navy demonstrating China's ability to be on the world's oceans wherever it chooses, whenever it likes.
As I think we said in our earlier conversation, this is obviously one of the critical ways in which Australia's strategic environment is undergoing fundamental and rapid change. The other one, of course, is the stance now being taken by the Trump administration in the United States, in particular towards its so-called traditional allies in Europe, Canada, and maybe to some extent here in Australia. Now, that's relevant because this week you participated in a summit hosted by former Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull to discuss some of these increasingly important geostrategic issues. I wonder if you'd like to say anything in general about what you learned at that summit before we home in on a couple of key issues that were raised at it.
The first thing I'd observe is that I can't think of another time where two linked events such as these, a forum at the National Press Club, invitation only, for a bit over 100 people of a variety of specialist fields, hosted and orchestrated. Malcolm Turnbull was the MC, and he paid for it as well. Then to be followed the next day by a National Press Club address, which has been televised and I think is very good listening, no matter what you think about Malcolm Turnbull. He did a very good job on both days.